For most of his long life, this controversial and provocative American has championed bold ideas that have by now changed the way much of the world lives. He is Milton Friedman, teacher, scientist, winner of the 1976 Nobel Prize in Economics, and revolutionary intellectual. This is the story of his journey through life and of his struggle to convince the world of the power of his ideas.
There is one sign the Soviets can make that would be unmistakable. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Within a year, the Berlin Wall would fall. The Soviet Union would dissolve. And in time, China would become the world's third most active trading nation. Times are changing.
Globalization. It's the central reality of our time. Of course, change this profound is both liberating and threatening to people. But there's no turning back.
From Eastern Europe,
you must understand that without freedom of choice, there is no freedom.
To Latin America,
the way we've changed people's lives is incredible. Milton Friedman was the one that started it all.
And throughout Asia, Milton Friedman's ideas about the power of choice are clearly in the mainstream.
There are various ways to describe Friedman's influence, but one way is to ask, has he helped many people, poor people in the world? And I just take India and China, 37% of the world's population. Hundreds of millions of people in these two countries who used to live on less than $1 a day or even $2 a day are now able to live at a much more decent standard of living as a result of the reform of their economic policies toward more free market policies, less regulation, less government, and the like. But there was one person who they're more indebted to than anybody else for their great improvement in their situation. In my judgment, that person is Milton Friedman.
In his own country, he remains the ever-controversial champion of the American dream.
Thank you all very much. It's an honor for me to be here to pay tribute to a hero of freedom, Milton Friedman. He has used a brilliant mind to advance a moral vision. That vision has changed America, and it is changing the world.
Of course, the two greatest enemies of...
I think the impression you get is he loves to talk and he argues back and forth.
One of the reasons why I am in favor of less government is because when you have more government, industrialists take it over.
But if you pay attention, I think what he's doing is he's teaching.
Well, he was a great teacher. I always say he was the greatest teacher I ever had. He made economics come alive. It was not simply a game that clever academics played, but it was a way of understanding reality.
I remember doing a paper in which I said at one point, either A, this will happen, or B, that will happen. And he wrote in the margin, or C, your analysis is wrong. And when I saw him afterwards, I said, where was my analysis wrong? He said, I didn't say your analysis was wrong. I just wanted you to keep that possibility in mind. So he was a tough one.
Right at this moment, there are people all over the land, I could put dots on the map, who are trying to prove Milton Friedman wrong at some point, or somebody else trying to prove that he's right. That's what I call influence.
The principles of freedom, the principles that are involved in free to choose, are those which are most applicable to advance human civilization. And you can't delve in a more important area than that.
In retirement, Milton and Rose Friedman are still drawn to those places that have been home for over half a century.
My grandfather's not going to believe this photo. Thank you.
How does he happen to have his degrees with him?
So are you a graduate student in economics?
Yeah, I am a GSP student there. I'm doing my MBA.
Where are you from?
India.
India. I think my ideas stuck up very well. I feel very good about them.
My name is Nikolai. I'm from Russia.
The concept of a natural rate of unemployment is now conventional wisdom. The long argument between Keynesian and monetarists has disappeared. The theory of the consumption function, permanent income, technical terms like that have become common language. They've become part of the vocabulary. So I feel very good about that.
We're better off than we were 50 years ago. But we stand on the shoulders of the people who went before.
But luck and chance play an enormous role in human affairs.
The true test of any scholar's work is not what his contemporaries say, but what happens to his work in the next 25 or 50 years. And the thing that I will really be proud of is if some of the work I have done is still being cited in the textbooks long after I'm gone.